Your BMW is not performing the way it was built to perform. Not because it's broken, not because it needs a service, because it left the factory with 13 settings deliberately dialed down, and they've been that way every single day you've owned it. Some of these you'll feel the moment you fix them. Others have been quietly working against you without a single warning light. A few will make you wonder why nobody showed you this sooner. I'm going through all 13. Let's start with the ones that are making your car feel slower than it should. Chapter 1. Why your BMW feels slower than it should. Setting number 1. Your car wakes up slower than it needs to every single morning. You start your BMW and pull out of the driveway. It feels a little soft, a little distant. You put your foot down and there's a pause before the car responds, like it's thinking about it. That's not your imagination. Every time you shut off your BMW and restart it, the car resets to comfort mode. Factory default. It does it on F Series, G Series, on the 3, 5, and X5, on virtually every modern BMW on the road. You're not driving the car you paid for. You're driving BMW's version of polite. The fix is in iDrive. Go to Settings, Vehicle, Driving Mode. Set your preferred default to Sport. From that point forward, every startup puts you in the mode that matches what this car was actually built to do. On older iDrive systems without that menu option, a coding app called BimmerCode can enable it in about 90 seconds via the OBD port under your dashboard. It's listed as individual mode memory. One change. Every drive, for the rest of the time you own the car. Setting number 2. There's a built-in delay every time you press the accelerator. This is why your BMW feels hesitant off the line, even when the engine is warm and ready. The accelerator pedal on every modern BMW doesn't mechanically control the throttle. It sends a signal, and the ECU decides how to respond. In comfort mode, that decision includes a deliberate lag. BMW builds it in. It's intentional. It also makes a 6-cylinder BMW feel like a 4-cylinder rental car. Sport mode sharpens it considerably, but on models like the 520i, 318i, and X320i, even sport mode doesn't get you to maximum response. BMW calibrates these market-specific cars softer by design. If you've switched to sport and it still feels sluggish off the line, the next step is a throttle controller. The pedal commander and sprint booster both sit between your pedal sensor and the ECU. They don't add power. They remove the built-in hesitation that's been making your car feel slower than it is. For many owners, it's the single most noticeable improvement they've ever made without touching the engine. Setting number 3. Start/stop is breaking your driving rhythm and wearing your car out. You know the feeling. You stop at a light, the engine cuts. The light changes, you release the brake. There's a half second where nothing is happening, and then the car restarts and moves. That hesitation is start/stop doing exactly what BMW designed it to do. The fuel saving is real but small. Independent testing puts it at 2 to 5% in mixed driving. The cost is that half second every time you pull away, the extra cycling on the starter system, and the heavy load placed on the battery. BMW specifies an AGM battery for all start/stop equipped cars. If yours has ever been replaced with a standard unit at a budget workshop, the system is now wearing down a battery that wasn't built for this duty cycle. You can kill it every drive with the button on the center console. But what most owners want, and don't know exists, is a permanent disable. BimmerCode can set start/stop to default off on F and G series cars without removing the button. The system still exists. You just stop paying the penalty for it every day. Setting number for your car may be silently throttling itself based on a camera. This one surprises most owners when they hear it. From July 2022, all new cars sold in the UK and EU must include intelligent speed assistance, a system that reads speed limit signs via a forward-facing camera and either warns you or actively intervenes when you exceed the posted limit. BMW implements this on all new models, and it defaults to intervention mode in most UK spec configurations. Intervention mode means the car is physically reducing your throttle response based on what a camera thinks it read. And cameras misread signs. Temporary signs, partially obscured signs, numbers on shop fronts, 20 zones that end. The system doesn't always get it right, and when it doesn't, your accelerator is less responsive than you think it is. Go into Settings, Driver Assistance, Speed Limit Info. Check whether Active Speed Limit Warning is set to Warning Only or to Active Intervention. If it's on Intervention and you didn't know, that's your car making throttle decisions without telling you. Chapter 2. Why your car's responses feel inconsistent. Setting number 5. Your suspension is making the car feel vague when it doesn't have to. If cornering in your BMW feels floaty, if there's more body roll than you'd expect, more lean through a roundabout, more looseness than the car's reputation suggests, your suspension may be set exactly the way BMW shipped it and exactly the wrong way for how it was engineered to perform. Adaptive M suspension, fitted as standard or optional on the 5 Series, X5, and much of the 3 Series range, uses electronically controlled dampers. In comfort mode, they're deliberately soft. The car rolls, it floats, it absorbs, and in doing so, it moves around in ways that reduce your confidence and slow your cornering. In sport mode, the same dampers firm up and the car's handling character changes completely. The body stays flatter. Steering feels more connected. The car responds to input rather than reacting to it after a delay. Many owners with adaptive suspension have never driven their car in sport. They don't know they have it. Check your build spec in iDrive under Vehicle Information. If it's there, it's been wasted in comfort since the day you drove it home. Setting number 6. Your steering is set to feel like a family saloon. BMW's steering weight is not mechanical, it's software. On every model that made the switch to electric power steering from around 2013 onwards, the feel and weight of the wheel is determined by a number in the car's configuration, not by a physical component. In comfort mode, that number is set low. The steering is light, almost too light. At motorway speeds, you notice it as a kind of disconnection. The car is moving, but you're not quite feeling the road through the wheel the way you should. Switch to sport, and the steering firms up immediately. The wheel has weight. It communicates. On a motorway lane change, the car feels planted rather than floating. In an emergency, that feedback is not just a nice-to-have. It's the difference between a car you can control quickly and one that takes an extra half-second to respond to your hands. Fix this the same way you fix setting number 1. Make sport your default mode, and the steering is right from the moment you start the car. Setting number 7. The engine is running on reduced power without warning you. Your BMW's specification sheet quotes a peak horsepower figure. That number is real, but it assumes optimal conditions, and in comfort mode, your ECU is not pursuing those conditions. On turbocharged 6-cylinder BMWs, the N55, B58, the engine's fitted to the 335i, 540i, M340i, and most X5 variants. The engine management system adjusts valve timing, ignition timing, and fuel delivery based on the active drive mode. In comfort, it prioritizes economy. In sport, it prioritizes output. You feel it as urgency higher in the rev range, a stronger pull through the mid-range. A car that responds to the accelerator instead of considering it. There is one other factor most owners have never been told: fuel grade. BMW's turbocharged 6-cylinders are designed for 98 RON, super unleaded in the UK, premium 93 octane in the US. Running standard fuel forces the ECU to retard ignition timing to prevent engine knock. Dyno testing across multiple examples has shown real-world losses of 15 to 25 horsepower on these engines running regular fuel. No warning light, no fault code, just a car that's quieter about underperforming than it should be. Setting number 8. Every cold start is limiting your throttle and you're fighting it. Your BMW starts up on a cold morning and feels flat, unresponsive. You put your foot down and the car barely reacts. If this has made you wonder whether something is wrong, there isn't. This is the ECU warm-up protection phase, and it's doing exactly what it was programmed to do. On turbocharged BMW engines, particularly the N55, B48, and B58 units, cold oil is significantly thicker than oil at operating temperature. Turbocharger bearings depend on pressurized oil flow for lubrication. The ECU restricts throttle response and limits how hard the engine can be loaded until oil has properly circulated, typically 2 to 3 minutes from a cold start, depending on temperature. The reason this matters: a significant number of BMW owners have paid for diagnostic checks chasing a fault that doesn't exist. Others have driven hard immediately and wondered why the engine feels rough. Both problems are solved by knowing this is normal, intentional behavior, and by giving the car 2 minutes of gentle driving before demanding anything from it. On B58 equipped cars, the 340i, 540i, M340i, X540i, 2 minutes is the commonly cited threshold among BMW specialists. On the older N55, 3 minutes is more conservative and more appropriate. This is the cheapest engine protection available. It costs nothing and most owners skip it every single day. Setting number 9, your iDrive is slower than it should be, and it's affecting more than the screen. If your iDrive takes a second too long to respond, if the navigation lags when you input an address, if the instrument cluster hesitates before updating, this is not normal aging. It's a fixable accumulation of cache data that BMW doesn't publicize a maintenance cycle for. iDrive 6 and 7 systems store map tiles, Bluetooth history, call logs, and usage data. Over time, on a car that's used heavily, the head unit slows down, just like any computer that hasn't been cleared in 2 years. The fix is a head unit reset, not a full vehicle reset. On iDrive 7 systems, go to Settings, General Settings, Reset, then Factory Reset iDrive. This clears the cache without touching your vehicle preferences or driving profiles. Independent BMW specialists recommend doing this every 18 to 24 months. Why this belongs in a performance video? A slow iDrive creates lag in the instrument cluster and delays driver assistance alerts, including speed limit warnings and lane departure notifications. On a practical level, a sluggish system between you and the car's information is a real-world problem, not just an annoyance. Chapter 3. Why your performance isn't what you think it is. Setting number 10, your tire pressure warning may have been wrong for months. Most BMW owners trust the tire pressure warning light. They shouldn't, not without understanding how the system actually works. On the majority of BMW models, the tire pressure monitor doesn't measure actual pressure. It measures rolling circumference. Wheel speed sensors detect when one wheel's rolling radius has changed relative to the others, which indicates a pressure loss. But the system has no idea what your current pressures are. It only knows whether something has changed since the last time you reset it. Here's what this means in practice. You inflate all 4 tires to the correct pressures and drive away without resetting the system. The car is now comparing your new pressures against an old baseline, and it may warn you about a problem that doesn't exist or miss one that does. The reset takes 30 seconds. iDrive, Vehicle, Tire Pressure Monitor, Reset. Do it every time you adjust pressures, fit new tires, or rotate wheels. It then requires a few miles above 20 miles per hour to calibrate. If your warning light has been coming on intermittently and your tires look fine, this is almost certainly why. Setting number 11, your engine is running on less fuel than it's capable of using. On BMW's direct injection engines, the N55, N20, B48, B58, and the B57 diesel, the high-pressure fuel pump doesn't run at a fixed output. It varies based on driving mode. In comfort mode, the pump runs at a lower duty cycle. In sport mode, it runs harder, delivering fuel at higher pressure. Higher pressure means more complete fuel atomization. More complete atomization means more efficient combustion. More efficient combustion means more power, and paradoxically, in some driving conditions, marginally better fuel economy under load. What you feel in the car is this. In comfort mode, high RPM acceleration has a slightly flat quality at the top of the rev range. The engine doesn't run out of breath exactly. It just doesn't quite deliver the urgency the spec sheet implies. Switch to sport, run the engine through the same range, and the top end sharpens. The engine feels more complete. This is one reason why making sport your default mode affects more systems than most owners realize. It's not just throttle response. It's how the engine is fueled on every single rev. Setting number 12, your cruise control is making the car work harder than it needs to. Active cruise control is one of the most useful systems BMW fits, and one of the most commonly misconfigured. Most owners set a speed and leave every other parameter at the factory default. The following distance is almost always left at level 3, the middle setting, and it stays there for the life of the car. Level 3 means the system is working with a shorter buffer between you and the car ahead. In motorway traffic, that translates to more frequent speed adjustments, small accelerations, small braking events, the drivetrain cycling constantly to hold the gap. Level 4 gives the system more room. With a longer buffer, the ACC has more time to respond to traffic changes gradually, which means fewer sharp adjustments, smoother speed management, and measurably better fuel consumption on longer runs. It also reduces wear on the brake system and the transmission from constant microcycling. Adjust it with the cruise control stalk on the steering column. Press left or right while ACC is active to cycle through the 4 distance levels. It takes one button press and it changes how hard your car is working on every motorway journey. Setting number 13. Your gearbox has forgotten how you drive. BMW's ZF8 Speed Automatic, fitted across virtually the entire BMW range since around 2012, is an adaptive transmission. The transmission control unit learns from your driving over time and adjusts shift points to match your style. Drive aggressively and it holds gears longer, downshifts more readily, keeps you in the power band. Drive gently and it shifts early for economy. The problem is that adaptive memory doesn't survive intact indefinitely. Battery replacements, software updates, or simply time can cause the TCU to lose its learned profile. When it does, the transmission reverts to a conservative factory default. Early upshifts, slow kickdown response, a gearbox that feels like it's from a different, duller car. If your BMW's automatic has started feeling lazy, if kickdown is slower than it used to be, if the car upshifts before you want it to, if the whole powertrain feels slightly disconnected from your right foot, the gearbox may have lost your profile. The reset is free and takes 15 minutes. Disconnect the negative battery terminal. Leave it for 15 minutes to clear the TCU memory. Reconnect, start the car, and drive normally over 2 to 3 days, including city driving, motorway cruising, and several firm accelerations. The TCU rebuilds its profile from scratch around your current driving style. Mechanics won't suggest this because there's nothing to charge for. But if your BMW automatic hasn't felt right since a battery change or a software update, this is almost certainly the reason, and this is the fix. 13 settings. Some you can fix in 30 seconds from the driver's seat. One takes a battery disconnect and a few days of normal driving. A couple just require knowing what the car is doing so you stop working against it. None of this requires a dealer visit. None of it requires parts. And none of it appears on any BMW service invoice, because there's no line that says, "Tell the owner how their own car works." If this video was useful, there's a full video on 15 BMW performance features linked on screen right now. Factory built. Already in your car, most owners never find them. Worth watching back to back with this one.